Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. This is the new Mazda 6 key. One of you asked me, actually I think I got maybe 2 comments about the new Mazda 6 new LED lights. So it's cool that Mazda has in all packages LED lights. They're really impressive. So today I'm gonna take you for a night point of view drive, and you actually don't need to use the key because it's wireless. And this is the third package out of 4. So but I'm going to just unlock it to use for you to see the blinkers and the LED lights, and just gonna walk around shortly so you can see the car. I'm gonna jump here so you can see the LED lights on the back. They really do look impressive. The new Mazda 6 is really not redesigned too much. It has good aerodynamic body and a lower center of gravity in the new facelift model. So usually don't have to have your key outside, so I'm gonna just put mine in pocket. And I'm using actually 2 microphones today. I have the GoPro 7 built-in microphone, and I have a Rode lavalier. Okay, so press the clutch, car turns on. And one thing I did wanted to show you guys is when you open the doors, you have this nice LED illumination. Unfortunately, inside of the doors you just have standard halogen bulbs. Now one thing I've noticed in Mazda, when I was driving today, my lights were off. So when they're on off, everything illuminates a lot brighter. There's no instruments on the bottom, so when you turn it to automatic headlights, then you can see that everything has dimmed. It's not too bright, so it's really good. About the interior, what I want to mention, and just to turn on the light just for a second here, you guys can see the interior. Really nice layout, simple, it looks elegant. This package has a leather. I think all the packages, yeah, definitely all the packages have, even the entry one has leather. These seats are cloth. They're really comfortable. The cloth is nice, it's actually soft. And that's about it. I'm gonna turn off the lights and continue driving. I like the AC, it's really simple layout. And you have the 3-spoke steering wheel with the commands. You have your system with a wheel and your infotainment, which is touchscreen operated. When you're stationary, when you drive, it switches off the touchscreen function. And I love this digital cockpit. This is TFT 7-inch screen, if I'm not mistaken, and you have analog dials on the side, on the odometer, your fuel level, and your coolant. So you can switch here like few informations. A really simple layout, and I like that. And if you can see here, the speed limit is marked with a red dial. If you use cruise control, I think it's green, I forgot now. And you have your distance. I'm gonna leave it on this, and you have a heads-up display. Now I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm presuming not. I can't even see it now because I'm just gonna turn off the lights like this. Okay, you can see it now. When I turn on the lights, it's kind of bright, and I'm really impressed with this LED lights. You're gonna see now in the traffic, all the lanes, all the white markings on the road, or probably yellow if you're United States or some other country that uses yellow markings. They're really like glowing, so it's really impressive, these lights. We're gonna go to outside the city where there's no street lights, so you can see the performance of these lights. And this is like a long beam, so you can see everything is lit up. Okay, so I think enough of talking. Before we head out, I just want to show you the radio. So I'm gonna see here one station. And as you can hear, the music is pretty good. These are the Bose speakers. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing them wrong. Really good quality sound. It's clear. The bass is really good, and nothing else to say they're excellent. I'm gonna mute the sound and I'm gonna leave it on navigation so you can like see where I'm going. Okay, enough talking, let's start driving. Yeah, also sorry if I didn't mention, yeah, I didn't. So this is a diesel. I'm in Croatia if you're new to the channel. 150 horsepower diesel engine, and 6-speed manual. So the manual is pretty good, it is precise, and the engine is really torquish. It has a lot of I would say enough torque. I've been driving the stronger engine. This is like the entry, and I like how Mazda has tuned their engines. This is a twin turbo diesel engine, so but it pushes to a higher revs. And let's just start driving because I'm going to be talking too much. I think I'm talking for like a few minutes already, so I don't want you guys to get bored. Okay, so I'm in the neighborhood. I already did drive the car a little bit, so the engine is warmed up, so I don't have to, you know, I don't want to abuse the car. I always trying to be gentle with the new cars. So I'm gonna try moving my head as slow as possible because I know the video is not really good for the audience when I'm moving my head fast. But in some situations I have to move my hands naturally, which is fast, just because of the traffic. I do have side warnings, but I'm just not used to them because I don't have them in my car. So let's start talking about this car. Now the interior is just excellent. I would say this is even, definitely feel inside that everything is refined, everything is soft to the touch, everything is quality made, and it's premium. I know Mazda is not a premium brand, but this definitely inside feels like a premium car, and it really handles good on the road and drives excellent. So I'm not gonna talk about the exterior. You saw the exterior. If you want to see this car in detail, I'm going to put a link on your right top corner, and you can see my daytime point of view driving, and you can see other stuff that I've recorded on Mazda 6. So I also want to thank Mazda Ergonomics. They're in Croatia, sitting next to the Zagreb airport in Velika Gorica. They were really cool enough to give me this car. I've told them like, hey, my audience is interested in these lights, and a night point of view drive, and they said, okay, cool, no problem, we're gonna give you a car the next time we have a open schedule. Okay, so one thing I must complain about this car. Now, this car is not perfect. Two things so far, and I've heard this from other passengers that are driving next to me. Now I'm waiting for an extra light here in Croatia that signals me that I can turn right. It's like a green arrow, but my spot is completely blocked by the mirror, and it's, since the glass is really sitting low from the roof, there's a blind spot like in the middle of the windshield, and I must say I don't like this. See, I have a green arrow and we're off. And on the back there's just this car is looking sportish. The roof is going down, so there's not that much room for tall person, or if there's a tall person sitting on the front like me now, on the back there's a little bit less space, but that's it. The trunk space is 480 liters. Could be a little bigger, but it's actually decent, really good. Now I'm driving a automatic, so I've been testing a Mazda's automatic 6-speed. It's not a dual clutch, it's actually classic automatic, and it was really good. And the manual here is really good. The transitions are nice. He's suggesting now put it into 5th gear. I'm gonna be quiet a little bit now so you can hear the engine sound. But the soundproof has been improved. It's actually a lot better. Now, as you can see, I forgot to tell you about the LED lights. You can see how things are illuminated. They really look good. The steering is good. It is, I would say, precise. One thing I do love about Mazda's digital cockpit, it marks your speed, and when you're going above that speed, it marks it in red. So that's pretty cool. And see how between the speed you're going, it lightens up those like speed next or less or more, and the other ones are just like grayed out. It's really cool detail, I would say, that I like. And I was talking about the good quality soundproof. Now in this car, the suspension is also excellent. This is just a front wheel drive. If you get a wagon, you can get a rear wheel drive. So actually, I'm gonna turn here, and I'm gonna take you guys to a highway. It's actually a open road, so there's no tools. And we're gonna take you for a higher speed, and then we're gonna go to a remote area where I can show you, actually there's no street lights, I can show you the performance of this new LED headlights. And the start stop has kicked in. Really nice. When you push the clutch in, it turns on. I'm gonna speed up here just a little bit now. And slow down. Now this car reaches, this engine combination reaches 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 62 miles per hour in 10 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds. We're gonna do a launch start. I'm going to try launching the car in a remote road when there's no traffic, hopefully. So I'm always trying to keep it safe here. I did press something here with my hand. And I just wanted to show you. So this is really informative. I love this display because there's not too much information, there's just enough. 7.6 liters. I think this has been like this when I took the car, and it's still staying. So I've been driving a little bit open road, a little bit of city driving, and this is quite good. I believe you can get maybe a 6 liters if you're like driving, nicely, respecting the speed limit. But if you're driving a little faster, you're going to have around 7 liters of fuel consumption. So one thing I do wish Mazda has in its cars, they don't have it yet, but maybe in the future, is the ambient lights. This car's interior is excellent, it's beautiful, and it's so comfortable to be. But I wish there was maybe just a little bit of ambient lights, like maybe a silhouette, just one line on the dash and maybe one on the doors, or two. There could be like a combination. That's just something that they can improve maybe in the future. And I must say, the seats are, I think, the same. The design is new, they're redesigned, and they're really comfortable. I'm a tall person, and if you go for long drives, I know that the seats can be painful sometimes, especially in your lower back, or your ass starts actually hurting and you're getting cramps. So these seats are really comfortable, and I'm really pleased with them. Okay guys, I think I've probably mentioned everything I wanted to. The suspension's good, the buttholes are dampened good, and the car is really stable on the road. So I'm gonna increase my speed. I'm gonna go to the highway now, and I'm gonna not talk, so you can hear maybe a little bit of the engine, cabin noise, and just hear the car, the engine. And you can see the lights. And you can see that the engine, excuse me, that the steering wheel is keeping you in the lane. If I leave it for too long, it's gonna give me a message even on the heads-up display, grab the steering wheel. Let's go to the higher gear. Now I'm sure the speed limit is supposed to be 130 here, and I noticed today that the camera didn't pick up the sign correctly, although it was really good, but so I'm not really speeding, and I wish there was an information on the navigation, but there isn't. As you can see, the car on the front of me, the camera and the radar registering it, and I must say the Mazda, recommend Mazda because it has a lot of safety features in the beginning, in the lowest package, which is really good. They're really concerned about the safety because the car can brake all the way to the start-stop. It in traffic, it can keep distance on the highway, keep you in the lanes, and of course brake if there's a pedestrian or cyclist coming in front of you. And Mazda has been thinking if, in case you hit the pedestrian, the hood opens to lower the impact. And okay, so the speed limit has increased. It's actually reading the like the digital speed on the traffic light, which is good. So I want to use this opportunity to speed up just to 150 so you can hear this noise. A lot noisier. We're gonna come back because we're exiting here and lower our speed for safety. Now this is a test, so I do it because of that. Always try keeping it safe. Actually, I'm gonna miss my exit here. It was the second one. Kind of missed that. I missed it the last time I was driving the new Audi A1. You can check that video. Also, night point of view. It had ambient lights. Really looks cool. Now, a good thing about the manual transmission is you can brake with your engine. I mean, this car is just fast. 150 horsepower is just enough. I think there was 184 horsepower, the stronger engine. I'm not sure completely now, but it is, you know, it's pretty good. But this is just fine. I think this is the ideal, you know, power for everyday commutes. You know, if you're in the city or maybe driving a few hours or an hour to your destination where you work. Now, while I'm waiting here on the traffic, I wanted to show you this. I like the Mazda's sign, like it's showing you now the junctions and where's each sign, and it changes the colors depending on the signs. But one thing, if there is actually incoming junction, you cannot see it in which you have to turn, so that's something they maybe should have put it on the side. I don't know, but in this car it's really actually hard to find things to criticize because there's only a few of them. The car is actually really excellently made, and this car has heated seats, as you can see here maybe, and heated steering wheel, but it's actually warm. Okay guys, we're on a remote road. There's no one behind me or in front of me. I'm going to attempt to drive 1 to 100. Should take 10 seconds. I'm gonna see how good I am with the manual. And that's it. I can't say I'm the best. I wasn't focusing on the computer that's suggesting, but you can see the car is going into high revs. Now there's no one behind us, still no one in front of us, as you can see. So we're going to fully stop here and try it one more time on a straight road. First gear. Okay, as mentioned, I'm not good, so it is what it is. Gonna lower my speed here, and we're actually going to turn here. There's a little bit dust here. As you can see, you can even see the dust particles in this lights. So here we are, guys. Off-road, no lights, they don't work. And now the GoPro camera is not the best, as most of cameras in night, so this is the best it is. Now if I used long beam, you can see, or just the standard one. Honestly, I'm not sure now for the fog lights. And this is interesting. If I press the button on my right side, just can't miss it. I mean, press it. You can see 360 parking camera systems. So you can even, if there's like fog, maybe you can use that, but I wouldn't rely on that 100%. It's just a cool feature. That's still on. I'm not sure why. And you can see like how long are the lights. I mean, the long beam is really just shooting long, and that's it. It's pretty good. One more time, long beam, and just normal. So the cool thing is that the car does adapt according to the traffic, and this LED lights are really amazing. There's like a small white but kind of bluish illumination. I'm not sure like in the numbers of the Kelvin, like the colds of this lights, but what's the number? But it's pretty good. And it's safe. And you can see the road markings. Now there's some trucks here, so that's why there's some sort of gravel here. It's terrible. Now I must say, guys, the cameras are, you know, they're decent, but I think they could be a lot sharper. I mean, from the distance, the whole middle screen looks okay, but when you come a little bit closer, which you won't in real life, it's kind of not that sharp. But from the distance, it's quite good. The handling is really nice in this car, and you feel confident when you drive it a little bit more. See, you can see on the top sign how LED lights are illuminating it. It's really great. So yeah, the torque vectoring, that's what I wanted to mention, almost forgot. So the Mazda really has good distribution of power to each wheel when you're going into the corners. One wheel's getting less, one getting more power to pull you in the corner and pull you out. It's really good, something that I just wanted to mention. There's always so much features that I cannot remember possibly from the top of my head. So I apologize about that, but I think I've mostly covered this car and I'm really pleased with it. And I think this car is really excellent. There's not something that's there's not a lot of things that you can criticize. I'm sure Mazda is going to get better in the future, and I think you are definitely not missing if you're considering buying this car. I think this car is actually great and excellent choice, and for the most part, what I hear, it's reliable. Now there are some comments, one of my first videos from the new 6, the Mazda has rust problems. It had rust problems like most of the cars because they didn't have corrosion protection. All modern cars now have corrosion protection. Maybe some Chinese brands don't, but you're not going to get those in the US or Europe or any other part of the world like Australia, Africa. So those comments are really just ridiculous, to be honest. There's some curving, roads going sideways, so I wanted to show you that, how the car is stable. It really feels good. But as someone that reviews cars, I really need to be, safe here, and I need to spend a little bit more time to the car so I could get comfortable in driving a little bit faster with a new car. The car is really handling good. It feels really nice and soft. And the noise is really not that hard. I mean, not that high. It's pretty good. And the engine, diesel car is really quiet. It's not, you can hear it, it's a diesel, but it's not that super like a tractor. It's not making that terrible noise. It's really refined nicely. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you, I'm driving through some, here neighborhood. You can see actually the buildings in 3D, which is cool on the center screen. Lights, man, lights. And he still didn't turn on the lights. Ah, man. I don't get this people. There's too many people driving with the daytime running lights, which is actually just dangerous. They don't switch to the, normal beam. Kind of ending this video. Probably gonna cut this video at some point somewhere. You can maybe notice that I've washed the car and that I've changed, maybe the camera's angle a bit changed. And the brakes, I must say the brakes on this car are good. They are between super hard and okay, I would say. So they're not super harsh, but they are good. They are like, harsh if you need to just stamp on them. They're good. And I just realized like one thing I didn't actually kind of went through here is the if you're driving 60, you want to speed up, how good responsive is the car. So gonna come to the tunnel and do that. Okay guys, so you're driving like now 80, you want to speed up, car goes. Now if you're driving like 70, put it in a lower gear, want to speed up. Well, it's a downhill, but the car goes. I'm gonna slow down here. Even uphill picks up the speed. Okay guys, we're here next to our garage and we're just gonna get inside and pretend this is drive from point A to point B. Now I really would like you to like this video, to comment below, and to subscribe to the channel if you like this video. It really helps me a lot and this channel to grow. That took forever, man. Now it's good about this car because you can start from a second gear if you go with a clutch and you use the momentum. Okay, another thing I really must say I don't like personally is when the mirrors are kind of zoomed in. I mean zoomed, like the objects are bigger, so I don't know, maybe just me, maybe it's the okay, that's it. Leave the parking card, take the GoPro with me, not to break the microphone, and you turn off the car, guys. So you just exit and watch other people's doors, and you just walk out. The car instantly recognizes it, beeps, and it locks the car by itself. So that was it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Stay safe, always on the road. Bye.